Alright everyone, so before I get into this video, I sort of just want to keep everyone in the loop of what's going on. Been getting a lot of messages on my social media and Instagram and stuff, just asking, you know, why I haven't been uploading frequently and why I'm taking so long with the LS Patrol. So I sort of just fill you in with what's been going on lately. But nothing bad, it's just more so just being on top of things. So I had a little bit of, not a health scare, but like just something come up in one of my checks that I was doing, and it was a bit concerning. So just trying to jump on top of that just to make sure nothing happens to me in the future. Don't worry, I'm all fine, I'm all good. It's been not rough, but it's just sort of been scary, just trying to get everything in order. Never take your health for granted, guys. Always get checked. You never know what will come up. I have no health history, nothing at all, and just something come up and then we sort of just got on it quick. So don't worry, I'm all good, and I've just been trying to do that. So the past 3 weeks I've just been off making videos and mucking around the cars, but now I've sort of got the motivation to get back into it. Also another thing, me and my girlfriend of 8 years, we're in a big life move, I would say, at the moment. Big life choice at the moment, so we've been trying to get that going as well. So apart from trying to get my health into order and getting all this stuff done, I'm not really going to say much until everything's finalized, but may not be at this place for much longer. This is my mum's joint, of course. Yes, she lets me do this. I know everyone's going to say that. I get it all the time. But yeah, I just thought I'd fill you in on that, guys, and just make sure that no one's upset that I haven't been uploading. This is a hobby. This isn't my job. I work full time. I'm constantly doing shit all the time, so this is just sort of a hobby for me. So I hope you can all understand that. If not, I really do apologize. I truly apologize, so I'm sorry. But other than that, I'll stop rambling and we'll get into the video. So thank you for taking the time out to listen to me. How's it going, everyone? Hope you're having a good day as always, and welcome to another video on this big behemoth behind me. So it's been a long time since I brought you an LS Patrol video, and I do apologize as life's gotten busy and crap's just gotten in the way, but sort of left you on a clickbait last time. So we got the car running pretty good, and then it decided to die on me. So I got rid of the gas system, and good news is the car is running amazing. It's running the best it ever has. It did die on me the other day, but I let it run out of fuel because I'm an idiot. But put 30 litres of fuel in it, and now it runs beautifully. But yeah, I've been getting some parts for it in the meantime, as well as trying to get it on the road before Christmas. That's my goal. So we got exactly 1 month to get on the road. First of all, I will show you what we have been doing off camera. So at the front here, we got a brand new battery. I know a lot of you have been hounding me to get a new battery, and I went and got one. Brand spanker. I put all the bracket and the holder thing in there as well. I'll show you how fast it starts up as well. It's so much better than the old cranking when it went woo, woo, woo. Now it just bang, flies straight up. So you still got the gas wiring all here. This is all disconnected from the intake here. So it's all clean, and this is what was connected before. It was cutting our injectors out. That's what it was doing. So when we were cranking it, it was just sparking, but no fuel was coming through because these were cutting the injectors in and out through the gas. So it's another thing that's out of the way. Other than that, I haven't really done much for it. I've got the sway bar in the boot for it as well. I've got to put in the front. The only thing is I'm missing the brackets that go in here. So those 4 bolt holes just there, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a bracket that goes in there and a sway bar bolts onto those, so I need them. That way the car will have sway bars for roadworthy. I don't really need to put them in. My guy probably doesn't care too much, but at the same time, I just want it peace of mind. As you can see, the car's sort of looking nice and clean, but the other day it had some like crazy rain on it, so it got all muddy, so I gave it a wash. I bought some of this stuff, bought some plastic paint just to liven up all the bar work, all the trim work and stuff, just to get all the flares done, the mold, just to make it look mint. Okay, now what we've been doing off camera. So here I have this is a high flow cat. So my mate gave it to me for nothing. It's a 200 cell, I think, and it's off a 180SX, one of these. Now he gave it to me, and this is a 3-inch as well, and the exhaust in the Patrol is a 3-inch, so this should work fine for what we need. So what I also went and brought was 2 of these 3-inch flanges that slip over the pipe. You weld them on, and then they will go like that and connect the exhaust up together. So we'll have a cat. I'll show you what's under there. For you viewers that are used to the car, you'll know it's got that flex joiner with that horrible exhaust leak under there, so we're going to get rid of that. Replace it with a cat. I also have this cat here. This is off my VL. This is just a 2.5-inch system here, but I don't want to go 3-inch to 2.5 back to 3 again. So we'll use the high flow that way. It's a 3-inch the whole way through, so a bit more performance. So I've got my buddy coming around on the weekend. We're going to actually weld this up. Thank God, no more exhaust leak. And we're going to fix that exhaust system on it. We're going to get it registered with that exhaust system. And as soon as the car is registered, probably hit a couple of tracks, and then I'm going to take the car to the exhaust joint and get the new one all welded up. So yeah, right now we can still use this system. It's got an X4 system on it now. We'll put the brand new red back we got for it over there on it. It'll make it hopefully sound nice, especially on limiter. But this should be enough just to pass inspection. Sweet. So first thing I'm going to do today, at the back here, you can probably just see at the bottom there, we have a LPG tank, a big Bertha tank. So we're going to get rid of that piece of shit. You know, a lot of you probably asking why I'm not going to be running gas in this thing anymore. The gas was good about 8 years ago, but now it's just sort of outdated, and it'll just be fine on straight fuel. So straight 98, I'm gonna get it tuned straight away as soon as it's on the road as well, of course, and then we're gonna put another rear main tank in it. So for fueling and that, it's actually got a 90 litre belly tank in it, which I'll show you here. So it's a long range belly tank. So you can see that big stainless thing there. So it's got a long range belly tank. And I think, you probably correct me in the comments, the standard GU rear main tank, I think it's 80 or 90 litres, I can't remember. But I'm gonna get one of those put in the back there, that way we have heaps of fuel. And this thing's got a Walbro 255 fuel pump in it as well. Usually what they do is they pump all the fuel from the sub tank into the main, then use the main. So I don't know how the setup is because it's running the pump in the, what would be the sub tank, so doesn't matter, we'll get it sorted. Yeah, so I gotta drop this large LPG tank out of it, just so it's not in the way, and at the same time, I think I'm gonna drop this tow bar down to get to the bolts, because the bolts are up in here, right up in there. So this thing's heavy as shit, so obviously I'll get the jack on there and make sure it's all nice and safe. Obviously that's why I've got the car turned around as well. I talked to my roadworthy guy, talked to the Vic Roads people about the engineering side of things, and that seems to be okay. As long as I have the VASS certificate with me and there's been no modification since the certificate, it should be all sweet. The engine number is different to what it was engineered with, but what happens is when it's engineered as an LS, from what I hear, on their data it's got a VFO VIN number, which is the LS VIN number. The engine that's in now is still a VFO number, so all you're doing is literally just changing the engine number on the database like it's a factory engine. I actually did the same thing for that. So this thing was CA18, we put an SR20 in it, and we had to go to Vic Roads, get it registered, and then we just had to change the engine numbers on the database because it came with that engine. So yeah, just been doing a little research in that just so we have no issues for the engineering side of things. A mate of mine got a Hilux done with a 308. They got engineered 2 years after this thing, and he had no issues. All right, so enough talking shit, because I know you lot hate me talking. So let's drop this LPG tank, free up some space in the back here, and we can see that beautiful diff and shocks assembly in the back now. It's one more thing off the list. Oh guys, I got to show you my ghetto list. I'm sorry I keep talking. I'm so sorry I keep talking, guys, because fuck me, you can't get me to stop. But no, sad little list we got to do. So I'll quickly run you down what we got to do, probably in this episode, but a lot of these things are just not really roadworthy, it's just things I really want to do. So so obviously GU finish list, we're going to install the front sway bar, going to do the exhaust and cap, which is what we're going to be doing this weekend. Heat wrap the headers, that's something I've always wanted to do, just to sort of just keep the heat out of away from the wiring loom, the crank angle sensor wiring loom and stuff like that. Remove LPG tank, which is what we're going to do right now. Install the UHF, that's easy. I've got everything there from the old car, just got to put in new battery, done, you can cross that off. Paint bar work and trims, I showed you the stuff we have here. We're going to change the transfer case. That's going to be after roadworthy because the car still drives fine. And we're going to change the rear diff. So you guys know that the transfer case binds because some potato head before me decided to put two different diff ratios in the car. So we ended up with a 411 in the back and a 4.6 in the front. So obviously the 4.6 diffs will be the RD diffs because the car was factory RD28. We're going to be putting a 4.6 back in the rear. The front's got a locker in it, so I was going to put 411s all around, but we'll just go back with a 4.6 in the back and try not to dump the clutch with 36s in third gear. But you guys know I'm going to skid the shit out of this thing. It's built for it. It's going to be like that thing over there. All right, before we get into the tank, I'll show you how fast it starts up now. So I'll whack our terminals on. Make sure it's not in gear, of course. Get that fuel pump just fucking prime straight away. Straight away. Beautiful. Hopefully it'll be sounding good at the tailpipe and not the exhaust leak. LS noises. Yeah, put a barrier in her. Alright, so I didn't want to bore you with undoing the bolts. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 3 at the back, 3 at the top here that we just undone. And one of the bolt heads actually snapped, which is fine. So now what we're gonna do is lower the tank. That'll give us some better access to the fittings and stuff at the back. We'll take the lines off, the connectors, and then get this really heavy LPG gas tank out of there. And we'll see what the floor's like underneath. And I haven't seen what underneath looks like. So now we got it to a nice height. You can see all the little fittings and stuff we're going to take off. So I've never taken an LPG tank off in my life. Hopefully it's not too hard, and we'll try and do this as easily as possible. Never taken one off in my life, so hopefully nothing explodes. I don't think it will. Right, so just got the 19mm on this little nut here. So we're just undoing that. That's the fill tube where you fill it up. We've got to undo this one here, and then we've got the wire that goes up there. I've already peeled back the loom cover here, and then up the top there we got a plug we unplug, and then that gets rid of the loom, and then yeah, then the tank should be free. All right, cool. That was pretty straightforward. So we just undid the line there, undid the wiring, And then there was this other line here, of course. That's him. And then up top there, which is that plug there, that disconnects the wiring loom, which is here. It's all done really well, this system, so props to you, Jay, because I know you did it all. Now I sat the tank just on the ground because I realized when it was on the jack, it was gonna hit the bottom of the frame there coming out, so it's got a skid plate on it, so we'll just drag it out. And then that's the LPG tank out of there. Come out, you heavy son of a bitch. Okay, that is heavy. All right, now the tank's out. Hopefully this thing should be a bit faster now. I don't know how heavy the standard main tanks are compared to these gas tanks. These LPG tanks are so freaking heavy. But yeah, that's out now, and I got the tow bar here, so I got to reinstall that and then clean up all that wiring at the back there. Now I'm running out of time today, and my mate Nick was coming this weekend, and we can get the exhaust welded up, and then that's the last thing to do. And obviously got to check over all the globes, make sure all the globes work. I have already, but I think there's one bottom tail light there that doesn't work, so we're going to fix that. So look how the back looks with no gas in it. Much better, much more open. You can see all the rear spring and diff assembly of the back there. Obviously when all that wiring's out of the way, look even better. But yeah, exciting progress. All right guys, so it's been like a couple of weeks since the last video, and we have a visitor in the mighty GQ. You probably remember this thing from the Talangi and Mount Dissa session. So this is Nickel. He's coming to give me a hand and weld the exhaust on the GU. Say hi, Nickel.
Hi.
So this is the exhaust we got now. We got it off the car, got to weld that up, and got to put the cat, which is right here, in between there. And that'll be enough to pass the roadie until we put the new exhaust on. All right, let's get into it. Yummy. With that stupid flex joiner. Fuck it off. Alright everyone, sorry I haven't been filming too much because we've been just trying to get this thing sorted. So here we have, we've wire wheeled these parts of the old exhaust just to get a better penetration with the welder. So this is a new cat we're running, this is a high flow cat, and these are our new flanges on the left here. And we've just mocked it all up on the car, and what we're going to do now is tack it. And then once we tack it, we can take it off the car and then weld it properly and have it all exhaust tight. Let's keep at it, and hopefully we have a nice quiet LS Patrol very soon.
Ow. the tacks, I hate them.
Yeah?
Yeah, because they look like shit.
Are they attacking you?
Yeah, and I'm doing it with my left hand.
Oh.
Anyway, that's tacked up.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Both flanges or just the one?
Nah, just one.
Yeah. Alright guys, so it's a few days later since we did the exhaust. I'd like to give a massive shout out to my friend Nickel for coming and helping me with his, he brought his welder, which is still over here, so we've got the welder. God bless you for bringing it over and giving me a hand. Now I did say, I've got the other exhaust up here still, so for all you guys that don't know, this is my redback system. It's in here somewhere. Yeah, that's my new redback system. That's going on the car later on. I have to modify a lot to the front. So once it's on the road with the way it is, I'm going to take it to the exhaust joint and get it all done. This is more so just a pass inspection, pass roadworthy, and I'll show you underneath what we have done. Now I didn't film a lot of it because I had a few mates over the other day and we were just having a good time and enjoying ourselves, and I don't know, I just felt odd getting the camera out because we were just having such a fun time and having some food and mucking around and working on the beast. So I'll show you what we've been doing in the meantime, and I'll show you the sound difference of what it was before and what it is now, or you guys remember what it was before. Actually, before I have a look, I got to show you what was on there before. So you guys know this flexi joiner was absolutely just split in half, absolutely split in half. This went onto the back of the Y pipe that comes off the headers, so pretty much it was coming straight out of there, so it was open headers almost. So that's why it was so goddamn loud. And that's why I've been so reluctant to drive it, because it just, I feel bad for the neighbours, you know. I don't get complaints, but you know, just peace of mind. Yeah, so this is what was on there before. This is just a flex joint. It had no cat on it, so it stunk too. So that's gone. That piece of shit is out of here. If we go into the car, so where the flexi joiner was is now a high flow cat. So we welded these flanges on, or Nickel welded these flanges on. And don't worry guys, they're not the prettiest things in the world, but neither one of us has touched a welder in years, and he just actually got it. So we've just been learning pretty much. So yeah, we've got the cat all done up. We tacked it on the car so it all fit up nicely. I don't know if you can see here. I'll try and point it with my finger, but right there's a smaller gap than up here. So this cat, the flange is sort of an angle, but it perfectly matched up to this system at the back here, so it all went really well. So now the exhaust is nice and tight. There's a small leak at this flange here because I got no gasket, but here absolutely no leaks. So it sounds so different than what you guys are used to. So I'll start the car up, and hopefully you can tell the difference straight away on camera. It's weird now because all you really hear is the idler pulley squealing, the bearing squeal. Because I sprayed the belts with some canola oil just to try and, it's not the belt, it's one of the idle bearings. So I just got to change the pulley and that. I don't know if the camera will tell, but it is so quiet now. It is so quiet. All you can hear is a squeal. The noise actually comes out of here now. How good's that? But yeah, you can just hear the squeal of the belt. But yeah, look, I can talk to you guys so much better now. It's so quiet. Like, I moved it at like 2 in the morning yesterday, well this morning, and I wasn't scared about waking up the neighbors next door, because even though they don't really care, it's okay. He's got like a 700 kilowatt VL, so he's all right. But yeah, it's just funny because it's just so quiet, and like you can just move it around. All you hear is, once I get rid of that squeal, it'll be so much better. And those 2 little tiny leaks on those flanges. But yeah, so you can tell the difference, guys. And I'm gonna take it for a little spin around the block just to sort of see how it sounds without all the exhaust fumes coming into the cabin, and what difference it makes just cruising around. Take us for a little drive around the block and see how it goes. Now the little flange leak's sort of under this boot, and I've got the boot disconnected because you guys know the transfer case. I've got to fix that, so you might be able to hear it, but so quiet. Like I said, if it didn't have that squeal, I don't know how it comes across on camera, but I can talk so I'd have to scream. And now I probably won't get dirty looks when I'm driving it too, because when I'm driving past people, you sort of get death stared. It does sound like a monster truck. It is so quiet. It's almost like driving a standard SS with a belt squeal. All I can hear is the belt squeal. Once I get rid of the squeal, it's going to be such a smooth car to drive. Oh, this is fourth gear, just cruising. I reckon this is going to be such a nice car to drive, honestly. That belt squeal is really annoying though. I really want it to go away. Even when you get the RPMs up, you just barely hear the engine. I guess out the back it'll sound much different, but it's just nice and refined in the car. I've got the windows down too. Just something I can feel like you can just cruise on the freeway at like 100. Just cruise around in. Once that belt squeal's gone, it almost feels like a daily now. As weird as that sounds. You almost want the squeal just to go away when it gets warm, but no. Now the fans are on, so yeah. Nice. So yeah, you can sort of see how much quieter it is now. Hope it comes across on camera as it does in real life, because like, I know, it probably still sounds loud on camera, but yeah. And now we got the LPG tank dropped out of it. Look at the clearance we have now on the back. So much better. So I really think in the next episode, what I want to do is I want to paint the bar work. So I want to paint the bull bar, and I want to paint the rock sliders at the bottom and all the trims. So I've got paint, so I want to make it I want to make everything pop. I know I'm not going to go crazy because I am going to jump at 16 feet in the air, but we want it to look, you know, we want it to look the part. That's the plan. But yeah, we're getting closer and closer, guys. Now the exhaust is done. I'll get 2 gaskets for those 2 flanges. That'll quieten the exhaust up completely, and just keep going over everything in here, all the wiring aspect of things. Still gotta go over this little fuse box thing here, make sure everything's good in there. And then as soon as I think it's ready, I'll take it to my guy, and we'll get the thing on the road. We'll get a roadworthy for it, and then we'll get it registered. So that is the plan. So guys, I'm pretty satisfied for this this video, going out taking for a nice cruise, feeling the air, the breeze. I hope you all enjoyed this video on the LS Patrol, slowly getting there. You know, with me guys, it's always slow and steady with these kind of things because I want to do it properly, apart from that exhaust system, but it works. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed the video as always, and I'll try and upload a bit more frequently now. It's a bit hard because coming up to Christmas too, and with what's going on with the other half. So let's try and get it on the road by Christmas. If not, definitely start of the new year, we'll be doing some tracks. I know you're all keen to see that, and at least I've got content to film, and I changed the diff and the transfer case. But as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video on the LS1 Patrol. So see you later and have a good one. Bye.